Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Township Committee meeting of December 18th, 2018. Ms. Borg, please call the roll.
Committeeman Delcourt.
Here.
Committeeman Lapani. Committeeman Sirachi.
Here.
Deputy Mayor Thompson.
Here.
Mayor McCauley.
Here.
Administrator Ferreira.
Here.
Attorney Willard.
Here.
Please join me in a salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be advised, in accordance with Section 5 of the Open Public Meeting Act, Chapter 231 of the Public Laws of 1975, the notice of this meeting in Hillsborough Township Municipal Complex and notifying the official or designated newspapers of this meeting would take place at the Hillsborough Complex at 7:30 p.m. on December 18th, 2018. First, this evening, we have a few approval of minutes. We can approve the executive session meeting minutes of February 27th, March 13th, and March 27th. May I have a motion, please?
So moved. Second, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? From the floor? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Delcourt.
Yes.
Committeeman Sirachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson.
Yes.
Mayor McCauley.
Yes. Reports from committee liaisons tonight, and receive reports, petitions, and communications. And first this evening is Committeeman Delcourt.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of minor points tonight. First of all, before we enter, I'd just like to wish everyone a very happy and healthy holiday season. DPW, just a reminder, it is prohibited to park on roads that are snow-covered in town. There is a chapter code that prohibits that parking for a couple of reasons. It makes it very difficult for our plows to come through, but also creates some hazards on the road. So please, when we do try to put notices out through the township, if we know there's going to be weather events, to advise people to remove their cars from the roads if there's going to be a plowing event. So for the safety of the residents, your vehicles, and the effectiveness of our Public Works Department for plowing and salting, it's imperative that the residents do adhere to those regulations, and please try to keep your cars off the roads during a snow event. From the Health Department, next month we will be providing a notice that January is Radon Awareness Month. We do have free radon test kits available in the Health Department. There are still a few left. If there's anyone that would like to do a radon test at their home, please pick one up. You can go right directly to the Health Department, and they'll provide that to you. In addition, we're going to be conducting an annual free rabies vaccination clinic. This year will be held on Saturday, January the 26th. That's at the Hillsborough Township Department of Public Works Yard, located on 21 East Mountain Road. No pre-registration is required, but please make sure your dogs are leashed and cats are in a secure carrier. Also, on the Health Department website, there is information available for anyone that has would like suggestions or recommendations for how to deal with their pet in the event of an emergency, things like evacuation or sheltering at home. If you have pets, we want to make sure they're taken care of. So there's information on the township website, or you can check out animalemergency.nj.gov for more detailed recommendations. And finally, from the Recreation Department, we're currently, registration is ongoing for all winter programs, and we're also starting to look forward to the spring girls softball and spring soccer leagues are are also up for registration. So anyone that's interested in those programs, please make sure you get signed up right away. We want to make sure we get a good count of who's going to be there so we can make sure we have the programs ready for everyone that wants to participate. Thank you, Mayor. That's all for me.
Thank you. Committeeman Sirachi.
Thank you, Mayor. A few items this evening. First up, I guess, along what Committeeman Delcourt was saying, along with winter snow, the police department would like to remind residents that there is New Jersey law on the books that do require you to remove all snow and ice from your vehicles before heading out on the roads. That's for the safety of other drivers, to make sure that nothing goes flying into their cars. And from the building department, I mentioned this at the last meeting, we have an amnesty program running through January 31st of next year. This program will excuse residents and business owners from being penalized who may still have open permits or may have done work without permits. If you are in that situation, please do contact the building department to file for those permit fees, but again, you will not be penalized or incur any type of fines for that. I mean, it is for everyone's safety to make sure that any construction that is done on your homes is done according to building codes and requirements. And lastly, from the engineering department, and this one is one that I've been personally advocating for, is the construction of the new left turn signal at the intersection of Triangle and Orton Road. It's been a long time coming, and it was listed as a high safety priority by our capital planning commission. And the contract was just finally awarded last month, and we are expecting to see construction beginning in early spring, April of next year. So I know there's a lot of folks at that side of town looking forward to having that left turn signal and not playing chicken with oncoming cars. So
I feel the need to applaud that one. I'm very happy about that.
and that's all I have for this evening, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. Deputy Mayor Thompson?
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of quick things from me. One from our finance department. Just a reminder to all our dog owners that the 2019 renewals will be mailed the last week of December. Renewals can be paid in person, by mail, or using our online system beginning January 7th. Your dog's rabies vaccine must be valid through October 2019 in order to renew. From the tax assessor, please be advised that property owners need to submit their applications for deductions before the end of the year to qualify for the 2018 rebate for seniors. Deductions are for qualifying veterans, seniors, and disabled persons. If you need any additional information, you can please visit the tax assessor's website or contact the office directly at 369-8077. From the library, all Somerset County libraries branches will be closed from Sunday, December 23rd through Tuesday, December 25th, and they'll again be closed on Monday, December 31st. However, the Hillsborough branch will be open from 9:30 to 5 p.m. that day, and they will be closed again on January 1st. That is all from me, Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you. A few things for me this evening. I just wanted to say thank you to Rolling Thunder, especially to Mike Maloney, who is the leader of the chapter here in New Jersey, for the invitation to Montgomery High School's Wreaths Across America program last week. The Wreaths Across America program, if you're not familiar with it, is committed to teaching younger generations about the value of their freedoms and the importance of honoring those who have sacrificed so much to protect those freedoms. Each December, a convoy of 18 wheelers load evergreen wreaths and transport them down from Maine to Arlington Cemetery, National Cemetery in Washington, D.C. And this year, the convoy made a stop in Montgomery High School. I'm going to try and work with him on getting them to stop here in Hillsborough next year. It's a wonderful event. They lay wreaths over all the blankets of veterans on local graves as well. It was a very moving ceremony, particularly seeing the Gold Star families. Quite a moving ceremony, and I want to thank them again for the invitation to attend there. I also want to say thank you to Mrs. Thompson, the wife of Committeeman Thompson over here, for her first grade class at Woods Road. She invited me to speak with them and talk with them about local government briefly, but more importantly, reading Christmas books. I read The Gingerbread Baby, and it was a really fun story. They were very excited. They were convinced the gingerbread got eaten, but he didn't in the long run. But just want to say thank you to Mrs. Thompson and her class for welcoming me there and having some fun with them. Their nominations are being sought for Outstanding Women Awards. Do you know a Somerset County woman who is an outstanding or extraordinary contributor to her career or community? If you do, please get the resumes over to Somerset County Commission on the Status of Women. They're seeking nominations for 2019, and you can see our website here for all details if you do know someone that you would like to recommend. Also, the Township's annual reorganization meeting will be held on Wednesday, January 2nd. At 7 p.m. It's usually a little earlier than our regular meeting, so if you do plan on attending, it will be at 7 p.m. on Wednesday the 2nd. A little further into 2019, as I mentioned last week at our meeting, save the date for the annual Hillsborough Community Night at the New Jersey Devils game. It's a lot of fun. This event is also being co-hosted this year by our PBA Local 205 as a fundraiser as well. It will be held on March 1st. Again, look for our e-newsletter for those details on how to purchase tickets and to attend. As always, you can stay connected with all events here and more via the Friday e-newsletter and Twitter. TV 29 and Hillsborough YouTube channels showcase all of our meetings and Hillsborough The Good Life episodes. And Swift Reach 911, please sign up for that if you need or like to see the traffic and emergency notifications. It's always helpful. And now we're moving on to our proclamations this evening, which I think a lot of you are here for tonight. And we have a few presentations as well. So I think Sustainable Jersey is first. And Doug, you want to come down, please?
The gymnastics. is
Oh, I'm
first.
sorry, we're going to revise that. We did revise that. It wasn't in my notes. I'm going to call the gymnastic team first.
I just thought you had me standing up.
Thank you. Everybody ready? Can you hear me okay? Okay, there's that. The Hillsborough High School gymnastics team had a very successful season due to their hard work and dedication. Hillsborough High School gymnastics team was led by coaches Beth Murrin and Sarah Pele and consisted of
I'm Coach Beth Murrin.
Sam Ringel, Gia Sharma, Renee Kinsler,
Sarah Tassitano,
Sabina Shah,
Shana Patel,
Asta Patel,
Emma Thompson,
Cindy Liu.
That'd be fun. They won the 2018 Somerset County Championship of Skyline Conference Championship. The gymnastics team was also 2018 Central 2 sectional champions and had a 9-0 regular season record. Their senior class team members would graduate with a dual meet record of 38-0. The gymnastics team held 4 Somerset County Championship titles, 3 Skyland Conference Championship titles, and 4 Central 2 Sectional Championship titles. The Hillsborough Township Committee commends the Hillsborough High School gymnastics team for the honor they have brought themselves, their team, and our community through their hard achievements on and off the mat. Congratulations, ladies. Well done. Well done.
We just want to thank you for having us here tonight and recognizing the hard work and accomplishments of the girls. This group had to work particularly hard as we actually graduated over half of our championship routines from a year ago. So I think we've had this tradition the last few years, and the senior class to be commended on how they led us to be able to maintain that despite that graduation. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Great job. And next, one of my favorite Rockin' Raiders, cheerleaders. I know, we have so many. Oh my gosh. Squeeze in. Maybe I could do a pyramid or something, right? Come in this way. Sherman's in the front, Tony in the back. There you go. I like this out of here. We can get you on pictures later. Okay, make the double.
Looks like a knee when it's not.
You guys can take a knee.
The Hillsborough High School Rockin' Raiders cheerleading team boosted school spirit, were ambassadors of goodwill, and fostered student participation at all sporting and community events throughout the year. The team was formed 3 years ago in collaboration with the Sparkle Effect to present an opportunity for inclusion and diversity, allowing students of any ability to cheer. Through their fundraising efforts, they purchased new uniforms and pom-poms, which they proudly display at football, soccer, and basketball games, as well as the Hillsborough Memorial Day Parade. The Hillsborough Rockin' Raiders cheerleader team was led by Coach Robin Padani and consisted of team captain Sarah Friedman and Madison Hansen, and all members,
Lloyd.
Christina.
Sarah.
Kristen.
Jill Keller-Fakis.
Sarah Friedman. Kira Piasecki. Leah Lloyd.
Bernice Mays. Julie Lashen.
Rachel Grennan.
Renee Depew. Olivia Zielinski.
Elena Mazio. David Feiner.
Claudine Vesisferes.
Emily Doyle. Maddie Hansen.
Coach Robin Padani.
You're so outstanding. You've been a joy to everywhere you go. We wanted to say thank you so much. The Hillsborough Township Committee commends the Hillsborough High School Rockin' Raiders cheer team for the honor they have brought to themselves, their team, and our community. Again, it is such an honor to see all of you here tonight. Good job. Congratulations. Keep up the good work.
Good evening. We are very happy that you had us here tonight. We love our community, and we are so glad that we were able to give back every little way, whether it's a cheer or each dance move. It's been a fun ride, and we hope that it continues in the future. So thank you for giving us this opportunity to love our town as much as we do. So.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having us here tonight. It's an honor to receive this award. This team works really hard to support our school, and it's just really awesome that 3 years ago we were able to form this team so all students with all abilities could cheer on the Hillsborough High School sports teams. So thank you so much. It's been a great 3 years, and I can't wait to see what the future holds. We're losing 10 members this year. We have 10 seniors on our team, so we need to build our team back up, but we've also come a long way and we've become really big, so I'm confident that we'll get those members back. Although you won't be replaced, seniors. Thank you.
Well, good luck and the best wishes to the seniors that are moving on to something new, but I know you'll come back and visit and help the rest of the crew, right? All right. Good job. Thank you so much.
Everybody go forward first, and then we'll take care of everything else, all right? In the center, 1, 2, 3. Keep going, parents. How about it? Okay. Now, girls, you're going to left to this side now. Okay, to the right. Your left, my right. People on the right. Look over there. Good job.
And we can share photos if anybody.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Which one? Which one are we doing?
Thank you again.
Should I go down with this with it?
Sustainable Jersey, David Coyce, who runs our Sustainable and the Sustainable team I see there in the row. Come on up.
Hi, how are you? That's everybody.
Sustainable Jersey representatives announced on November 13th at the Sustainable Jersey Luncheon in Atlantic City that Hillsborough Township has once again met the rigorous requirements to achieve its 7th Sustainable Jersey certification. Hillsborough Township is one of the only 11 New Jersey municipalities to have attained this certification at the silver level in 2018. In total, Hillsborough Township has achieved 7 certifications in 9 years, leading all towns in Somerset County, and is the second most certified town in all of New Jersey since the municipal certification program began in 29. The first 3 certifications were bronze level, and since then, it's been on the silver level. It's the 4th year in a row that we have achieved the certification at the silver level. David Coyce handles all of the administrative work and trying to get everyone to participate in our sustainable programs throughout the township. We have really extended it and expanded it. This is our sustainable team up here besides us. So I wanted to say thank you personally, because I know how hard it is, especially Chris Abrupta, who's the Rutgers guy, who always brings in good ideas for us to achieve our point system, and everyone else who follows through and supporting the Sustainable Jersey. So I wanted to say thank you for all your hard work, being part of the team, and we're very proud here in Hillsborough Township. It's not an easy certification to attain. So without further ado, you want to say a few words?
Thank you, Mayor. It's an honor and privilege to present this to you and the Township Committee. The sustainable initiatives in Hillsborough began in 2006, and the formal program was created in 2009. I've been working for the town since 2011, and it's just an honor and privilege to carry out this initiative. So thank you so much, and thank you to our volunteers on Sustainable Hillsborough, and thank you to everyone.
Thank you. It's a wonderful achievement. We appreciate it. Thank you, Chris. Thank you. Everybody here? Okay. Hillsborough Township was also once again honored at the annual RideWise Recognition Breakfast as only one of 2 municipalities in Somerset County to receive platinum status in the New Jersey Smart Workplace program. New Jersey Smart Workplaces is a statewide program that recognizes employers and municipalities who show vision and leadership by providing commuter benefits to employees. This program came about a few years ago. I think we have an outstanding team that put a lot of this work together. I know Anthony and David both attended the breakfast, so if you wanted to speak about that for a few minutes.
Sure. Sure. Again, it's an honor and privilege to present this to the Township, to you, Mayor, and to the Township Committee. So I serve as the representative on RideWise as one of the Board of Directors. RideWise is a transportation management association, which is actually an independent nonprofit that promotes efficient and sustainable travel initiatives, things like walking or ride sharing and biking and transit and things like that. So check out RideWise. And the New Jersey Smart Workplaces program was created to try to encourage industry and government to promote smart kind of initiatives that help the way everything works in terms of transportation management. And the township gets recognized for a number of initiatives and things that it does here internally. So, thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Got it.
Thank you. Our EBDC members that are here tonight, you want to join us up front? Yes, and this is for our recognition for all of the restaurants in town who participated in a restaurant week. I know a lot of them are out working, but the ones that could get here, did you have to work tonight? Oh, it's okay. I'm glad you're here. So those of you, I'm sure, know that we had our very first restaurant week this year in Hillsborough. It was a very successful turnout. A lot of the restaurants participated. I had a lot of fun trying to get to them all. I didn't get to every one of them, but I did try my best to get to most of them, to say hi and participate in that. Looking forward to next year also for our business program, our EBDC. David Coyce is our business advocate here in town, and they all work together to get this done, and we really appreciate that. And Frank Delcourt, I think, is EBDC.
Mayor, just real quick, I believe the plan is, the event we thought was really successful this year, so we do intend on continuing the annual program, and I believe next year we've already got it slated for August 20th through 25th, so any of the businesses that would like to participate, any of the restaurants, and of course all of our residents, please come out and support our local restaurants. It was a really great program this year. I know the restaurants worked hard to put together special menus and programs that allowed them to shine during this week, and we look forward to what we're going to be able to do next year with that.
Thank you. Do you want to say anything? Say anything by restaurant or anything? No. Well, these are obviously all local businesses. We always try to promote our local businesses, especially all of our restaurants in town. So if you get a chance, obviously, take a visit. I'm sure they will welcome you with open arms. We appreciate it. A lot of businesses here have been around for a long time, and we'd like to support them as much as possible. So we wanted to award you with, got them? This does show all the participants that participated this year with everyone's signatures on there, and we have a lot of pictures that are out there too. I think we did them on the website somewhere, right? So if you wanted to go on the business website and take a peek, that was very, very successful, and we're very happy that we did this year, and we'll continue to do this next year.
Squeeze on it.
Football teams in this spot. Come on.
Thanks. It was a great event. Thank you again for everyone to come tonight. Chief Powell? Until it's the end of the year, all of our awards are coming in, but we're so proud, so bear with us. Hillsborough Police Department was chosen yet again as the Reader's Choice winner for 2018 for the Best Police Department, and we wanted to say congratulations, and make sure you got your plaque, Chief, and say thank you.
Thank you. It's always an honor to be recognized for a job well done. This award's a testament to the hard work of the police officers and civilian employees of the police department. And also, I'd be remiss not to mention the cooperation that we have with the rest of the departments in the township committee, the schools, and most importantly, the Hillsborough community. Thank you.
Torture you. Thank you. Good job. We appreciate it. Last but not least, we have a special proclamation tonight. Committeeman Carl Sirachi will not be with us next year, so we wanted to give him a special recognition this evening for his many years and dedication to the Township of Hillsborough. I know you have family and friends here too, so if they want to come for a photo afterwards, they are more than welcome to do so. Sean Lepani cannot be here this evening. His daughter's graduating from college, but he did want to send his best wishes along to you, so I'm going to do that. Committeeman Carl Sirachi has served as a productive, devoted, and exemplary member of the Hillsborough Township Committee. Committeeman Sirachi was first elected to the Township Committee on November 4th, 2003, and also served as deputy mayor in 2005 and 2011. He served as mayor in 2006, 2012, and 2017. Committeeman Sirachi has served with distinction and dedication as liaison throughout the years to the Board of Adjustment, Credit Card Advisory Committee, Economic and Business Development Commission, Historic Preservation Commission, Library Council, Personnel, Planning Board, Police Department, Parks and Recreation Committee, Youth Services Commission, Rescue Squad, Sign Review Commission, and Emergency Management. But within all of those things that he is obviously gave much more than that to the township itself overall. He also served on Planning Board in 2004, 2006, 2016 through 18, and Budget and Finance Chair in 2004, 2008, and 11. Committeeman Sirachi has lived in Hillsborough since 1994 with his wife Diane and their two daughters, Erica and Amy, here in the front row. As of this moment, the Hillsborough Township Committee recognizes Committeeman Carl Sirachi for his outstanding service to the residents of Hillsborough and as a member of the Hillsborough Township Committee. The Hillsborough Township Committee further thanks Committeeman Sirachi for his service and dedication to Hillsborough and wishes him well in all of his future endeavors. It's not going to be the same without you, Carl. It's been a long time you've been here, and we really wanted to say thank you, and we appreciate everything you've done, not only for the residents of Hillsborough, who have voted for you for many years, but from here on the Township Committee, with all of your leadership and your skills that you brought forward to us, really has made quite a difference in Hillsborough Township. So I wanted to say thank you.
All right, so to recap the last 15 years, I'm not going to go there. But, no, I appreciate, huh?
I said I think the pictures say it all.
Yeah, as one of my daughters came in and took a look at some of the photos up there, yeah, there's a few things missing, you know, that I had when I first started, but no. No, I do appreciate, you know, everyone coming out tonight, you know, family and friends. I mean, it's been a long time, you know. You know, my fellow committee members, the team here, the staff. It's been a great, like I said, 15 years. We've done a lot of good things here. Yeah, it's truly a team effort here. I would be remiss, I mean, there's a lot of people that have supported me over the years. starting back to that phone call that Fred Quick gave me, asking me, hey, would you want to be a candidate here? And I know there was a head shaking, but it kind of came forward. Had a great mentor, the person that this building's named after, Peter J. Biondi, his photo or his paintings back there, always looking over. I'm not going to repeat anything he used to tell me, any of the infamous sayings. No. Obviously, the Republican organization for the many campaigns that they supported me. Obviously, the residents of Hillsborough for allowing me the privilege to serve up here for 15 years. Again, like I said, we've accomplished a lot. This town wouldn't be one of the best places to live without the team effort, with the residents here. I mean, and just even, you saw an example tonight, what makes this place great. I mean, it's the awards, the involvement, community involvement, everyone that's here. I do hope and encourage everyone, continue, contributing to the town, continue making this one of the best places to live. And I'll be looking forward to being in the audience with you and looking at these guys up here as they carry forward the years going forward. But I'm going to, special thanks to my family, because this is one of the things, as everyone up here can attest to, it is the family support system here. So thank my wife, Diane, for putting up with all this. Of course, my daughters, Erica and Amy, and everyone remembers them. I was talking to a few people. They're saying, aren't they just maybe in middle school by now? And no, they're both in college now, but they were first up here. I don't know, did you find a photo of them? Oh, yeah. When they, 6 and 3 years old when I started this. And of course, my in-laws who had to pitch in quite a bit, with some of the babysitting and responsibilities. And my brother-in-law, Tom's here, who's, I know some things are going through his head right now, but at least he's not shaking his head this time. So, and of course, I got my brother here and his family, Veronica, Heather, and Evan. Thank you for your support and all going forward. So it's not going to be the same. It's going to be different. Actually, I'm going to be home Tuesday nights, and I'll be home for dinner. So, all right. So, but again, guys.
Having a second poker night on Tuesday.
That's better. So, but again, thank you everyone that was here. And if I forgot anybody, I apologize right now, and I'll give you a phone call later. But no, thank you again.
Thank you. I know former Mayor Bob Wagner's in the back as well, who served many years with Carl. So I just want to say hi, Bob, back there.
You're gonna miss that, Carl?
Of course. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being patient with us and honoring Committeeman Sirachi for all of his years of service. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for all your years of service again. And this concludes our proclamations and our presentations this evening, so you are welcome to leave, but you can stay if you prefer. Thank you. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year for those that are leaving. We'll see you next time. Okay, thank you. Moving on to new business, there's none at this time. Moving on to public comment on business matters not on the agenda tonight. Are there any public comment?
You need to come to the microphone, name and address for the record, please.
Name and address, please.
Hello, thank you for having me. My name is Alexis Thomason,
Hi.
and I live at 70 Farm Road. Okay, you know the rest of it. So I wanted to comment on the fact that I can't bike or walk out of this town. In any direction, there's no safe way to do it. It says that I can bike to Somerville in 18 minutes, but I can't because there's no walking path or bike path that'll really let me do it. But I could if there was. So I wanted to say, hey, could we build a way to bike or walk out of the town? Because it's not as far as it seems. That's what I wanted to say. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay.
Yep.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can I just, so just one thing on that, I know in 2015, we adopted our Complete Streets program, which basically requires that as you build out streets and roads and replace them, that you have to have additional spots for biking. So that's part of the process, it's just physically doing it, so it's going to take some time. But we did adopt that, I think it was 2015 or 14,
Yeah.
right? So it's a slow process, but it's one that we're cognizant of and we're working towards.
Yeah. You have to come
I'm
to the
sorry, to the
microphone.
microphone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is there any plan to put more walking or biking on 206 that might extend what's already there on 206?
That's a state road, but
Yeah.
I know Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I think you were here in the beginning with David Coyce as part of RideWise.
Yeah.
So we're constantly working with the group as well. The interesting thing is, and I have to find out because Linda Rapacki, who's part of that group, she had a meeting in Hillsborough and she rode her bike from Somerville to Hillsborough because she came in her helmet and her backpack and she said, I rode my bike from Somerville, so I want to find out how she rode to
Yeah, me too.
road that, so we're gonna find that out for you. So
Cool.
Pam, get your name and number, and we'll
Yeah.
definitely
Yeah.
touch base and how we continue to do that. As Deputy Mayor Thompson had mentioned, the town
Thanks.
gets a lot of grants because of the complete streets, and as you see, the new streets as we're being paved, they have the bike path. So it is also difficult with 206 there as well, being a state highway. They have their own rules, but I'll check with Linda on finding out how she made it from Somerville to Hillsborough on her bike, because she did.
You can do it, but there's no official path to
Yeah.
do it on, and I'm a little scared, frankly, to do it where it's too narrow. Right. Thank you.
The other thing I'll add is, we just completed, so I sit on planning board as well, as one of the township committee seats on the planning board, and we just completed our master plan reexamination. One of the elements in our master plan is to look at transportation, and that includes how we do some things around working with the complete streets that Committeeman Thompson talked about. So it is part of the master plan element that we're looking to continue to refine and implement more in town, but it is it's not the most rapid process, and I agree, because a lot of the roads that we're dealing with that go out of town are either county or state roads that become a little bit more challenging for us to implement solely on our own jurisdiction.
Right,
But
thank
it is
you
under
so much.
consideration.
Thank you.
Right.
And I know that the county is working
Yeah.
on something also. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Jane Stats, 101 Devonshire Court. As long as the subject was brought up, I was wondering, will there ever be a walking or bike path from within Hillsborough to Duke Farms? Because to get there by walking or riding your bike is really dangerous, along that road. I know they're planning on doing that from Somerville. I think there already is a way, I think, from Raritan. Do you know if there's any plan for that? Because it's such a great facility, and to be able to get there by walking or riding your bike would be wonderful. Do you know if there's any plan for that?
Not that I'm aware of, but something we could look at and work with Duke Farms on.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I'm a biker too, so I do understand. I'm trying to get from town to town, so we will be working on that. Thank you. Any further comment? Okay, moving on to public hearings tonight. 2018-18 is an ordinance amending Chapter 221, Parks and Recreation Areas, Article 2, Township-Owned Parks, Section 221-7, Domestic Animals of the Code of the Township of Hillsborough, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey. As indicated when we introduced this ordinance last week, or 2 weeks ago, actually, it was our last meeting. It was a month ago. There we go. This amends the Township Code to permit horses to have access to Otto's Park and to Mike Mertinger Memorial Trails. So they will follow the same rules and regulations of other domestic animals in these parks. So can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second, Mayor?
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Any discussion from the dais? Any comments from the floor? Roll call, please.
It's a motion to adopt.
Oh, I'm sorry. May I have a motion to close public hearing and adopt the ordinance 2018-18?
So moved, Mayor?
Second, Mayor.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Delcor?
Yes.
Committeeman Sarachi?
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson?
Yes.
Mayor McCauley?
Yes. Moving to 2018-19 is an ordinance repealing Chapter 7 titled Cultural Arts Commission of the Code of Township of Hillsborough, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey, in its entirety. The arts community is alive and well in Hillsborough with the Visual Photography Group and the Music Festival Group. In an effort to streamline operations, it's no longer necessary to have this entity as a separate board to function on separate entities. May I have a motion to open the public hearing on ordinance 2018-19?
Move to open.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Any discussion from the dais?
Mayor, I think you summarized it. I mean, from a cultural arts perspective, I think what we've seen is that we think that it's more efficient when we have smaller groups focused on particular events, similar to what we did last year with the music festival. We got better participation and a more focused effort from the committee rather than having, just a committee for the sake of having regular monthly meetings. It worked well last year. I think if we can continue to focus specific groups to specific events, it'll be more efficient and the volunteers will get more out of it as well. And the town will benefit because of some of the events that we'll be able to pull off here in town. So it's really just a matter of transitioning from a commission to smaller groups. It's not indicative of any lack of commitment to the arts here in town.
Agreed. Thank you.
Mayor, if I could just add one thing, being the liaison to the Library Commission, this did come up about them possibly taking over some events and doing small events like Frank just mentioned. I will point out, though, that I've heard from some individuals that the concern that we don't have a commission, that will it be able to accomplish, different events. I have to point at our Veterans Committee that meets. That isn't a standing committee that they meet, and they put on the largest event here in Hillsborough, which is our Memorial Day Parade and breakfast. So, and 10 other different veterans events that they do constantly. So you don't necessarily need to have a commission to have great events that are attended by thousands of individuals here in Hillsborough.
Okay. Any other discussion? Any comments from the floor?
Jane Stats, 101 Devonshire Court. As I said last month, I am concerned about the elimination of this board, this commission. I appreciate that some of the activities that you guys have done through them, or with their cooperation or lack thereof, I don't know, will continue to be done. I still worry about the, that visible elimination of, when you see that list of all the boards and commissions, that the fact that will be eliminated. I do think that that the message that people may get would be that the importance of the arts may be diminished because by saying that. Hopefully, the people you will share that message that this will be done by other parts of different committees and boards and commissions and Parks and Rec and maybe eventually the library, because the arts really are important, just as sports are really important, and there are people in our community that I think it would be great if we had a place that they could go to if they have an idea, and that body of people could help them bring whatever idea they have to life. Committeeman Thompson was Deputy Mayor Thompson, I'm sorry, was very gracious and talked to me earlier about how some of this can be achieved. So I appreciate this, but I still have my concerns. Thank you.
Thank you. Any further comment?
Okay. Susan Gulliford, Hunt Club Road. Yeah, I was concerned when I saw this item also, but I guess I'm not entirely convinced that not having an overarching cultural arts commission and have all the smaller items that you mentioned under their umbrella to coordinate isn't a better way to go. And I guess I don't really understand why. Were the people not interested? Were the people appointed dropping out? I don't really understand it. Will we be bringing back the arts? Which brought us the paintings, as you mentioned, the painting of Mr. Biondi earlier. And it came so suddenly, and it's not being replaced by something else immediately. And I would be really chary, as you're probably aware, of having the county library involved in taking over any of the items under the Cultural and Arts Commission.
It would not be the county library. We have our own library commission, as you know, in town. So just to be very clear about that. And I think the fact that we didn't have an event last year is a great reason why we are pressing reset on this commission. And if you saw it and you've attended those in the past, it was much larger 7 years ago than it was 4 years ago, and then it got smaller 3 years ago. The amount of participants at our art show, it definitely shrank in size. So again, we're just pressing reset.
Yeah, with the art show, sometimes it's not easy to turn out art on demand, so to speak. And as I've covered a lot of quilt shows over the years, a lot of them go to every other year, just because art isn't something that you say, oh, I'm going to make art and here's my deadline. It doesn't work that way with writing either. So I was just concerned about seeing that on there, and that apparently there didn't appear to be a monetary problem, like monetary support from the township. It just
No,
was
this is really,
disappearing.
Susan, just the end of the year business that we normally do, going through boards and commissions, and we're revamping it. It's under construction, and what we're going to do is going to be something new and different, but to do that, we need to remove this ordinance of how it stands today.
Okay,
And
thank
just
you.
one last thing. I know all the time we always hear that it feels like it's last minute. It's not last minute. These are things that are discussed. And, as liaisons, we say, this isn't working, and it's something that slowly comes up, but also, this also set a month, so it's not last minute. I just want to be clear for the public, when something's out there for a month, it is not last minute.
And even if it is last minute, we have that right. We do end of the year, boards and commissions
Oh, yeah.
revamping, and that's when it happens, so.
I know, been there, done that.
Yeah,
Thanks.
Thank you. May I have a motion to close public hearing and adopt ordinance 2018-19?
Move to close and adopt?
Second.
Thank you. May I have a roll call, please?
Freeman Delcor.
Yes.
Freeman Sarachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson.
Yes.
Mayor McCauley.
Yes, thank you. Moving to 2018-20 is an ordinance amending Chapter 188 titled Land Use and Development, Article 2 titled Administrative Provisions of the Code of the Township of Hillsborough, County of Somerset, State of New Jersey, to amend the number of alternate seats on the zoning board zoning board of adjustment, decreasing the number of alternate members from 4 to 2 alternate members. In order to make that amendment to this chapter as necessary, we need to do that via ordinance. So this ordinance addresses that change. May I have a motion to open public hearing on this ordinance, please?
So moved. Second?
Thank you. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Any opposed? Any discussion from the dais?
Yeah, I just will add, this is just kind of going back to the original configuration from when I first was here, so.
All those years ago.
All those years ago, yes. It's etched in some of the slate records that we have laying around here, so, but, yeah, there was a time when we needed to have additional members, because there were struggles for quorums, but that's no longer the case, and I think, there are members there, obviously, the ones that are alternates usually don't get to vote, and, and it gets to be a source of frustration for those members, and I know that we've had some changes now that, we're not throwing anybody off by removing these 2 seats. It's just now, it's probably just the right time, so that we don't have to fill them, and it's going to give, more meaning for the members who are already on there currently. So that's all I've got to say.
Again, just end of the business cleanup on how we see boards and commissions need to be revised, and therefore the ordinance. May I have a motion? Oh, I'm sorry, any comments from the floor? Okay, thank you. May I have a motion to close public hearing and adopt 2018-20?
Move to close and adopt?
Thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Committeeman Delcor.
Yes.
Committeeman Sarachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson.
Yes.
Mayor McCauley.
Yes. Thank you. That is it for ordinances tonight, so move on to considerations. Considerations number 1 is a resolution establishing the annual salary and wages of municipal employees. Each year, based on labor contracts, members of the ASHME Union and Teamsters 469 are selected to receive merit increases. The Compensation Committee votes on these individuals based on recommendations and personnel evaluations. This resolution authorizes those increases as well as other adjustments for individuals not covered under the collective bargaining agreements. May I have a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? Any comments from the floor? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Delcor.
Yes.
Committeeman Sarachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson.
Yes.
Mayor McCauley.
Abstain. We're moving on to the consent agenda tonight. Not much, we just had a meeting last week, so a little bit to go through. May I have a motion to approve the consent agenda, please?
So moved.
Second, Mayor.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais? Any comments from the floor? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Delcor.
Yes.
Committeeman Sarachi.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Thompson.
Yes.
Mayor McCauley.
Yes. May I have a motion to approve Claims List 2018-24 this evening?
I'll motion that, Mayor.
I'll second it.
Thank you. Any comments from the dais?
I'm sorry. Who
Me.
seconded it?
No.
You.
Doug.
Thank you. Sorry.
Okay. Any comments from the floor? Roll call, please.
Committeeman Delcor.
Yes.
Committeeman Sarachi.
Yes.
That'll be the last time I say Committeeman Sarachi.
Aw.
Deputy Mayor Thompson.
Yes.
And Mayor McCauley.
Yes.
Really sad.
Allow you the honor to adjourn.
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. No adjournment yet. This does conclude our regular meeting tonight. With that, I would like to say thank you. This is our last meeting of 2018, and I would like to say thank you for listening to me all year, being your mayor and hosting all of your meetings. So thank you. I want to say Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. All of you celebrate. We will see you in January. May I have an adjournment, please?
I move to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Looking forward to seeing you off the bench. All in
I
favor?
will be in the audience.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you. We are adjourned this evening. Thank you.